Hey everyone, welcome to Speak English Podcast. I'm David, and today I'm excited to be here with someone who always makes learning English fun and inspiring. Sarah.
Thanks, David. Hello to all our listeners and viewers. I'm so happy you joined us today. This episode could change the way you think about practicing English forever.
Many learners try to memorize words, but here's the secret. Speaking comes from training your mouth and brain like a team. That's what we'll dive into right now.
Exactly. Imagine English not as a school subject, but as rhythm, movement, and sound that your body learns. If that sounds different, you'll want to stick with us.
And before we go deeper, remember, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Think of it as your first training step. It keeps you consistent, just like practicing daily.
Great. Now let's start exploring how you can train your mouth and brain together and why this is the missing puzzle piece for so many English learners.
When we say train your mouth and your brain, what we really mean is building a strong connection between what you hear, what you think, and what you actually say. Many people only focus on memorizing vocabulary, but words are useless if your mouth is not prepared to produce them naturally in conversation without hesitation.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Your brain recognizes patterns in English, but your mouth is the tool that delivers those patterns to the real world. If your mouth hasn't practiced enough, your speech will sound stuck, slow, or even unclear. Training both together makes the process smooth, automatic, and surprisingly fast.
The technique involves combining listening and speaking at the same time. Instead of silently translating in your head, you repeat out loud, training your muscles just as much as your memory. This creates a bridge between comprehension and production. So you don't just understand words, you can instantly produce them when needed.
Many learners underestimate the role of physical muscle memory in language learning. But every sound you make in English is built with movement from your lips, tongue, and even jaw. By repeating and shadowing sentences, you give your mouth the practice it needs, just like exercise strengthens muscles in your body over time.
What's amazing is that your brain adapts incredibly quickly once your mouth starts working regularly with English sounds. At first it might feel strange, even uncomfortable, but after consistent training, you'll notice your thoughts match your speech almost automatically. This is why practice out loud beats silent study every time.
And the great part is, you don't need to spend hours doing this. Just a few focused minutes of real speaking practice daily will unlock more progress than reading hundreds of pages silently. The repetition signals to your brain, "This is important, keep it ready," so your responses come out naturally in conversations later on.
Another key point is rhythm and flow. English has its own natural rhythm, and by speaking out loud with practice materials, podcasts, videos, or even your own recordings, you begin to feel this rhythm in your speech. That rhythm strengthens your confidence, because suddenly you sound more natural and people understand you better.
So in short, this technique is about building a powerful partnership between your brain and your mouth. The brain prepares the knowledge, the mouth delivers the performance, and together they create fluency. When learners understand and apply this, they stop struggling with translation and begin speaking more freely and confidently.
Let's do a quick exercise together so you can feel how this training actually works. Don't just listen quietly. Say the words out loud with us. When your mouth starts moving, your brain pays more attention, and the connection becomes stronger. Think of this like a warm-up for your English-speaking muscles.
We'll use a simple phrase that combines both clarity of pronunciation and connection between words. The phrase is, "I'm training my mouth and my brain to speak clearly." First, I'll say it slowly, breaking it into smaller parts so you can notice each sound. Ready? Let's do it. I'm training my mouth and my brain to speak clearly.
Great. Now it's your turn. Try repeating it slowly, even exaggerating the sounds if necessary, because exaggeration helps train your muscles. Don't worry if you feel a little silly. What matters is practice. This slow repetition makes sure that every part of your mouth is learning the correct movement step by step.
Perfect. Now let's speed it up to normal pace. Say it with me. I'm training my mouth and my brain to speak clearly. Did you notice the rhythm? The sentence flows naturally when spoken with confidence. Try repeating it several times, keeping the rhythm the same, as if you were tapping along with a simple beat.
This exercise shows you how something short can already create progress. Just one phrase, practiced out loud, trains both the sound system in your brain and the physical movement in your mouth. If you try this daily with different sentences, you'll gradually feel your speech becoming smoother and more natural without overthinking it.
You can even make it more fun by recording your voice. Speak the phrase slowly once, then faster a few times. Play it back to notice how you improve in just a few minutes. Don't focus on being perfect. Focus on sounding clear and confident. Over time, those small daily recordings become amazing evidence of your progress.
Notice also how repeating with energy helps you connect emotionally to the words. If you speak like a robot, your brain doesn't fully engage. But when you put life into your voice, the phrase becomes part of your memory faster. Energy and emotion matter because they tell your brain, this is important, remember it.
That's why shadowing and repetition exercises like this are so powerful. They train both memory and muscle, feeding your confidence. When you keep practicing, you'll start using similar sentences automatically in real-life situations. Step by step, your brain and mouth learn to perform together, just like we're doing now.
One of the biggest benefits of training both your mouth and brain together is clarity. When you speak clearly, people actually understand you without asking you to repeat. That moment when someone reacts immediately to your words gives you confidence, and confidence is what keeps you practicing and reaching new levels every day.
Another wonderful benefit is speed. Your brain begins to recognize the words you've been practicing, and because your mouth already knows how to pronounce them, the response time gets shorter. Instead of stopping to think about every single word, sentences flow more easily, and you sound much more natural in conversations.
By training every day, you also reduce the stress of speaking. Many learners feel nervous when they want to say something, but preparation transforms this fear into energy. If your mouth has already practiced certain phrases, they come out automatically, leaving your brain free to focus on connecting with the other person.
Let's not forget confidence. When you hear yourself producing English sentences smoothly, you realize you're actually capable of much more than you thought. That's powerful. The moment you notice, oh, I can say this without translating, you start believing in yourself. And belief is the difference between staying stuck and improving.
There's also the benefit of rhythm. Practicing out loud helps you catch the natural rhythm of English. You no longer sound flat or robotic, but instead, you start to add natural intonation. That rhythm makes your speech enjoyable to listen to, and people will find conversations with you easier, smoother, and much more engaging.
A less obvious but very real benefit is memory. When your body actually experiences making a sound, your brain stores it more effectively. Reading a word is one memory, hearing it is another, but saying it is the strongest signal to your brain. The combination of body and mind turns short practice into long-term retention.
Confidence, rhythm, clarity, memory, these build communication. And at the heart of it, that's the real goal, being able to share your ideas, opinions, and stories. Fluency is not about being perfect, it's about being comfortable. Training your mouth and brain puts you on the path to that comfort every single time you practice.
And perhaps the greatest benefit is joy. Speaking becomes fun when you stop forcing it and start experiencing it. That feeling of progress after a week of practicing short sentences is addictive. You'll crave more, and that positive cycle, practice, progress, confidence, is the most rewarding outcome of this training method.
Let's break this technique into easy daily steps so you can actually use it. First step, listen actively. Pick a short phrase or sentence from a video, podcast, or even our show, and give it your full attention. Don't just hear the sound. Pay attention to rhythm, stress, and how the words connect together naturally.
Step 2 is repeat out loud. Don't whisper or just move your lips. Really speak clearly, even louder than you think you need to at first. This trains the muscles in your mouth to get comfortable with the sounds. The more distinct you make them in practice, the easier it will be to sound natural in real conversations.
Step 3 is shadowing. This simply means you listen and speak almost at the same time as the speaker. Play a sentence and repeat it instantly, like you're echoing them. At first it feels challenging, but it's one of the most powerful methods because it forces your mouth and brain to work in sync under real timing.
Step 4 is record yourself. This is like holding up a mirror to your English. When you listen back, you'll hear things you never notice while speaking. Maybe the rhythm is off, or maybe you're not connecting words smoothly. Don't be discouraged. Recordings show your starting point and reveal your improvement over time.
Step 5 is consistency. Daily practice is more important than long occasional sessions. Even 5 minutes of focused speaking every day will give you better results than a single 2-hour session once a week. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Small, consistent habits keep everything fresh and working properly.
Step 6 is reflect and adjust. Don't just repeat blindly. Ask yourself, am I clearer than yesterday? Do I feel more fluent in this phrase? Reflection makes practice intentional. Adjust your focus if needed. Maybe slow down, maybe exaggerate sounds more, or maybe practice linking words. Progress grows when reflection guides it.
Step 7 is apply in real life. Use the sentences you've practiced in your daily conversations, even if they're short exchanges. Say them to a friend, use them when ordering coffee, or even practice with yourself while walking. Real-life use signals your brain that the phrase is useful, reinforcing the learning process.
Finally, Step 8. Celebrate small wins. Each time you notice yourself saying something faster, clearer, or more confidently, recognize it. Motivation multiplies when you celebrate progress. Learning English isn't only about reaching a final goal. It's also about enjoying each step of the path with energy and positivity.
A very common mistake is practicing silently. Many learners think they're improving by just listening or reading without actually speaking. But your mouth doesn't learn that way. You must use your voice. Avoid this by making it a rule. If you hear it, you should say it out loud, even if it feels a little uncomfortable at first.
Another mistake is waiting until you feel fluent before practicing speaking. People often say, "I'll talk when I'm ready." Sadly, that moment never comes, because speaking is what actually makes you ready. To avoid this, start right away with simple phrases. Even basic sentences train your mouth to handle the real experience.
Many learners also get stuck whispering or speaking too softly. When you don't project your voice, your muscles stay lazy, and you end up practicing in half-strength mode. The solution is simple. Pretend you're speaking to someone across the room. Clear sound builds strong muscle memory, which leads to more confident speech later.
Another common issue is overthinking every single word. Learners want to be perfect in grammar, pronunciation, and vocabulary at once. That pressure blocks natural flow. The way to fix this is to focus on rhythm and clarity, not perfection. Imagine you're in a conversation. Your goal is connection, not a grammar exam.
A mistake I see a lot is inconsistency. Learners practice intensely for one day, then stop for a week. The progress disappears quickly. You avoid this by committing to short daily practices. Even 3 to 5 minutes per day builds more lasting fluency than irregular long sessions. Small habits grow into major results.
Some learners also compare themselves too much with native speakers or advanced learners. That only creates frustration and makes you quit. Remember, your journey is unique, and comparison steals your motivation. The best way to avoid this is by comparing today's version of yourself with yesterday's. That's real progress.
Another error is repeating without awareness. Some students repeat words mechanically, but never listen to how they actually sound. That habit stops improvement. Instead, practice mindfully. Record, reflect, and adjust. This way, each repetition becomes a little better than the last, and your brain notices the improvements.
And finally, forgetting to enjoy the process is also a mistake. If your practice feels like punishment, you'll avoid it. English needs to be playful and creative. Add your personality. Smile, use emotions, or imagine scenarios. By enjoying the process, your mind opens, your mouth relaxes, and improvement becomes natural and sustainable.
Here's a challenge for you that is simple enough to do daily, but powerful enough to make a difference. For the next 7 days, practice just 3 short sentences out loud every morning. Repeat each sentence 3 times with energy. This is small, manageable, and it builds a habit that strengthens your mouth-brain connection.
To make it more fun, do it in front of a mirror. Look at yourself speaking while practicing the sentences. It might feel funny at first, but seeing your mouth move helps reinforce the physical movement. Plus, the mirror adds extra motivation. You'll feel like you're performing, and that gives your practice more life and focus.
And here's another twist. Record yourself on day 1 and then again on day 7. You'll be amazed at the difference a single week makes. At first, you might feel awkward hearing your own voice, but soon you'll realize it's one of the best tools for tracking progress. Improvement you can actually hear is a huge motivator.
Keep your sentences simple at the start. Choose everyday phrases such as greetings, introductions, or things you say often. The point is not to choose complicated material. The point is consistency. When you master small, common sentences, your brain learns to handle them effortlessly, freeing space for more complex ideas later.
Don't worry if you make mistakes while practicing. The challenge is not about perfection. It's about movement and repetition. Every sound you produce makes your mouth smarter and your brain faster. Think of this as training for a game. You don't need to win the championship today. You just need to keep showing up to practice.
Try assigning a specific time for your challenge. For example, do it right after brushing your teeth in the morning. By connecting it to an existing routine, it becomes automatic. You don't need a notebook, a teacher, or even a lot of time. Just your voice, your focus, and the commitment to spend a few minutes each day.
If you're thinking, it's only a few sentences, will this really help? The answer is yes. Because the real power comes from repetition. What you repeat daily becomes part of your natural speaking ability. By the end of the week, you'll notice smoother pronunciation, quicker recall, and greater confidence when speaking spontaneously.
So here's your mission. 7 days, 3 sentences every morning, mirror practice, and 1 recording at the start and end of the week. It's practical, easy, and quick. Once you complete it, you'll not only see improvement, you'll feel more excited to continue. Small habits today build the fluent speaker you'll be tomorrow.
Today we explored how training your mouth and brain together transforms English from something you study into something you actually use. We explained the technique, practiced a sentence together, shared benefits, gave you a clear step-by-step plan, highlighted common mistakes, and even set you a powerful weekly challenge.
And the main idea is simple. Do not wait until you feel perfect. Start small, practice daily, and let your mouth and brain build fluency as a team. Remember, fluency grows from consistency, not from giant efforts once in a while. Just showing up every day for a few minutes is what creates long-term success in speaking English.
The challenge we gave you, 3 sentences every morning for 7 days with mirror and recording, may seem small, but these simple commitments are what separate dreamers from achievers. Try it yourself, and you'll see that small victories multiply into bigger progress, while your confidence grows step by step.
Now, if you reach this point of the episode, it proves that you truly care about your fluency in English. That's already a huge sign of dedication. So let's make it official. Hit the like button, subscribe, and activate the bell. These steps are like planting daily seeds that keep new learning coming to you every week.
We also want to hear from you. Really. Share in the comments what sentence you're going to practice this week as part of the challenge. Your comment not only motivates us, but it also helps motivate other learners. Building a community of active practice is just as valuable as studying alone, and your voice matters here.
And don't be shy in the comments. Tell us if you tried the mirror exercise, or how your recording sounded from day 1 to day 7. Celebrate even the smallest improvement. By writing your reflections publicly, you'll see your own growth, and you'll encourage other learners around the world who are on the exact same path.
Remember, progress in English is not about perfection. It's about communication, rhythm, and confidence. Every mistake you make is simply proof that you're practicing. Keep speaking out loud, keep pushing through the challenge, and celebrate every sign of progress, because each one brings you closer to fluency.
Thanks for joining us, and congratulations on investing this time in yourself. If you made it to the end, you're clearly serious about your growth. So like this video, subscribe to Speak English Podcast, leave your comment, and most of all, keep practicing daily. We'll see you in the next episode with even more tips.